Hi guys, I'm Olivia Gonzalez here on my podcast today. We are going to be talking about some of the most destructive non-native species in Florida. There's quite a few, but today we're going to be talking about feral hogs, cane toads, lionfish, Cuban tree frogs, giant African land snails, and iguanas. So to start off, feral hogs are very dangerous to humans. They can weigh several hundred pounds and they're very, very aggressive. These hogs mostly eat plants, but their habitat of rooting under the ground can cause considerable damage to native ecosystems. Although they are a popular target for hunters, they still maintain a big population and they breed quick. Next, we have cane toads. Cane toads are often called bufo frogs and are dangerous to animals because they have a secret toxic substance when bitten. Dogs are the most frequent victims. They can suffer seizures when bitten by these toads. The toads eat anything and everything, including native frogs, insects, and fish. My grandma, her dog got bitten by one of these cane toads and it almost died. So that is just one example of how dangerous this cane toad can be. Lionfish were introduced to the waters of the western Atlantic Ocean when aquarium owners dumped them. Native to the Pacific Ocean, they were first spotted in the wild here in the 1980s and have spread through the Caribbean and into the Gulf of Mexico. Lionfish are voracious eaters and they mostly prey on smaller fish. They like to hunt around coral reefs and seagrass beds, but because of their venomous spines, they have very few natural predators. Lionfish are upsetting the balance of coral reefs off the coast of Florida and in the Caribbean as they eat into native fish population. Cuban tree frogs prey on Florida's much smaller native tree frogs and small snakes, and their tadpoles complete with native tadpole species for space and resources. They were probably brought into Florida around the 1920s as hitchhikers on cargo ships. But Cuban tree frogs have become a major pest in South Florida. Now we're going to be talking about giant African land snails. Miami residents have been trying to get rid of the giant African land snails that once threatened to overrun the area. These huge snails eat almost all kinds of native plants, and when they can't find enough calcium in their environment to build their shells, they eat stucco off buildings and paint off cars, and if that isn't even bad enough, they carry a parasite that can cause meningitis in humans. So this snail is very dangerous for us. But the good news is that us humans are getting rid of these giant African land snails, and the sightings of these snails are becoming rare. Green iguanas have steadily made their way north since they first appeared in the wild in South Florida in the 1960s. These are really big spiny lizards that can cause damaged structures when they dig big burrows beneath foundations, and they poop everywhere. It's disgusting. If you've ever been to Miami, you will see iguanas everywhere you go. But For the most part, iguanas feed on plants, but they've been known to eat snails and bird eggs. Adults, which are not always the green color, can be more than 5 feet in length and weigh up to 17 pounds. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day and look out for these invasive species.